How did the injured guys come out of yesterday?
Uh, yeah, I'd say Runyon is pretty sore today. There's still a lot of these guys are still either getting MRI'd or getting looked at. But I'd say Runyon has an ankle. That'll be, I'd say, week to week, maybe more than week to week. Newman has an ankle. We'll see where he's at. Who else here? John Michael, MRI, looks okay, but he's sore. Who else do you want to know about?
Is Locke doing okay?
He's getting an MRI at 12 p.m. He's sore. He's got a couple things right now, but don't have the results just yet. Sore. I know he's sore.
Evan Barnes.
Hey Brian, how you doing?
Evan, what's up, buddy?
Good. So obviously looking back at Drew's performance, I guess how will that factor into your decision this week when you're evaluating the quarterbacks going forward?
Yeah, Drew will be the quarterback this week, unless he can't be based on injury.
And I guess what kind of went into that decision? Was it just kind of how he performed yesterday, or Tommy's still recovering? What went into that?
Yeah, no, look, he's played. He's really had 1 week of practice to go out there and play. And, again, things that everybody could do better. But he'd be the quarterback this week if he's healthy.
Paul Schwartz.
Hey, Brian.
Paul.
Hey, I just wanted to ask you: have you ever been part of a losing streak, something of this magnitude? And looking back, was there any ways that you or the guy in charge or people around you did things to try to end it? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, everyone's trying to end it, but anything innovative, something where you can maybe latch onto?
No, unfortunately, I have been. I've been part of some losing streaks like this and some winning streaks. I think you're part of a lot of different things when you do it for as long as I have. You get a little bit of roll. You start playing good. Turnovers are usually a big factor in that. Situational football is usually a big factor in that, whether that be red zone, third down, and that helps scoring points or preventing points. I've been part of a few of them where we started out and had a fair amount of losses and finished strong. Again, every season's different, every game's different. There was ebbs and flows to yesterday's game. We had some opportunities there, I'd say, in all three phases. We had 13 points basically that we had, then we didn't have them, or we got blocked. And then we had some opportunities. I had far too many third downs offensively. Didn't convert on those, and had the one thing in the red zone there defensively where they did a good job of shifting out. We had an uncovered guy. So there's plays every game, every season, and you got to figure out a way to make those.
Do you ever feel inclined, like you keep on saying, well, we prepare well. You like the way we prepare, to do something differently during the week just because it will be something different? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd say, look, we got to do just a better job ultimately on game day of finishing things, obviously making some opportunistic plays, and that's everybody. That starts with me.
Thank you.
Yep.
We have time for a couple more if there are any. Art Stapleton.
Hey, Daves.
Hey, Art.
With along the lines of what Paul was just asking, the idea of not so much doing things differently, but because of all the new faces and all of the younger players and the inexperienced guys that you had to get into the lineup for yesterday, you even talked, and even some of the players in the locker room talked about how those guys really performed yesterday above maybe what expectation was. Is there anything you could take from the way you guys attacked last week and move it to, have to move it to this week almost out of necessity, and how you had to build the game plan around a lot of guys who really hadn't been out there for you?
Yeah, I credit those guys. They put a lot into it. I mean, we improved just this one game from where we were from the previous ones. Defensively speaking, our tackling was a lot better. Obviously, our run game, defense had a lot of negatives against a really good running back and a team that likes to run it was improved. We hit some more explosives than we've had in the past. Turnovers were even. We've still got to try to win this turnover ratio. So there's things that you can build off of.